Hey guys, welcome in. Thanks for tuning into the video. Today is Tuesday, August 20th, and we're going to go over the MLB slate. My name's Alex Mayer. Thanks for checking out my video. Yesterday was my first video, and on our official picks, we went 4-2 with a profit of 1.89 units. Our winners, Diamondbacks -1.5, that cashed. Royals -1.5, Giants -1.5. And we had a half unit winner on the Dodgers money line, and then we lost a unit on the Orioles money line, and we lost a little over half a unit on Orioles Mets over 8.5. But 4-2 on the day, almost 2 units of profit. Hopefully we can make some money today. So let's get right into it. The MLB card on Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. We're going to start with the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. We got Eduardo Rodriguez on the hill for Arizona against Edward Cabrera. When you look at these guys' numbers, we know Rodriguez has been better as a veteran throughout his career, whereas Edward Cabrera is more of a younger pitcher. I do lean the Diamondbacks in this game. I do think they have the better pitching and the better lineup. You can get them at a decent price, -155, -160 on the money line. So that would be a lean for me. Arizona would be an initial lean in that one. Next game on the card, Rockies Nationals. Two bad teams. The Nationals at least have been scrappy and have been better than Colorado, to be fair. We got Austin Gomber on the mound for the Rockies against DJ Hers for the Nationals. This is a game I'm probably not looking to get involved with. If you asked me to make a pick, I would go with the Nationals on the money line. The Rockies are just so bad on the road, and that's the way they've been for a long time now. So I would look for Washington to win this one. Pitching is about even. Actually, Hers for Washington has better numbers than Gomber. But you'd have to lay a price of -160-ish on the money line. So no real thoughts here, but my lean would be the Nationals. Next game on the card, we got the Guardians and the Yankees. This is a good series. Guardians 72-52 on the season against the Yankees, who are 73-52. So two good teams in the American League. Tonight, we got Matthew Boyd pitching for the Guardians. Yes, Matthew Boyd. If you recognize that name, it's because he pitched for the Detroit Tigers from 2015 all the way through 2023. Boyd's career ERA is 4.92. His career WHIP is 1.32. So Matthew Boyd on the bump for the Guards tonight. He's made one start this year. It was a week ago against the Cubs where he went 5.1 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, 6 strikeouts. So a very nice start for Matthew Boyd. But he will be going up against a tougher lineup tonight in the New York Yankees. The Yankees are going to go out and throw Luis Gil on the mound at home. Gil's had a nice year, 3.25 ERA, 1.15 WHIP. When you look at the Guardians, they just got swept by the Brewers. You don't see that too often from this Cleveland team to get swept, but they did. And the Yankees lost 2 out of 3 against the Tigers over the weekend. So here we are, Tuesday, Guards-Yankees, game 1. I'm looking towards the Yankees because I do believe that they have the pitching advantage. Both teams are off a day of rest. But if you want the Yankees, you'd have to lay -155. And I don't really know if it's quite worth that, especially with a Guardians team who wants to get back on the right track. Although I do lean the Yankees if you're looking for a play in that one. Reds Blue Jays, we got Spires on the mound versus Jose Berrios. Blue Jays are a slight favorite. Again, these are two just kind of gross teams. The Reds won last night 6-3, so law of averages would say go ahead and take Toronto because these two teams are about equal. But no real strong thoughts on either side. I can move on. Orioles Mets, Dean Kramer on the mound versus Jose Quintana. The Mets got a nice win last night, walk-off home run by Francisco Alvarez. So tonight, another big game, both squads. Orioles are a little bit better on the year. Dean Kramer on the mound, Jose Quintana. Look, I do lean the Orioles, to be honest. I mean, I just don't think the Orioles are the type of team that's gonna, be outclassed, too many games in a row. And last night was actually, a close game. Like the Mets were leading most of the night. The Orioles came back and tied it. Then the Mets ended up winning. Um, I would look to back the Orioles in this game, but it's not like I feel overly confident about it because Dean Kramer, you just can't trust him. Over unders 8.5 after kind of a lower scoring game last night. I probably lean the over again in this one. Slight lean to the Orioles, slight lean to the over. How about that? Phillies Braves. We got Zach Wheeler on the mound. Zach Wheeler, really good pitcher against Reynaldo Lopez, who is coming off the injured list, I believe. Reynaldo, his last start was, yes, July 28th was his last start. So he is pitching for the first time in about, you know, 3.5 weeks or so, going up against Wheeler. Look, I absolutely lean the Phillies in this one. Zach Wheeler is a very, very good pitcher. The Braves have just been decimated by injuries this season. I know they just won 2 out of 3 against the Angels, and they won 3 out of 4 against the Giants prior to that. So that's a nice sign for Atlanta, and they're going to continue to fight here. But Reynaldo Lopez coming off the IL against a Phillies team who's good, and they won 3 out of 4 against the Nationals over the weekend. So Phillies is my lean here. It looks like minus 150 is the money line price. So yeah, lean Phillies. Might circle back and make that a play. We'll see. Um, Brewers Cardinals. Boy, the Cardinals, man, they really had a nice push for a while, didn't they? But they've hit the skids. Brewers, meanwhile, coming off a sweep of the Guardians. We got Frankie Montas on the mound versus Eric Fetty. Fetty Spaghetti. You know, the Cardinals have the pitching advantage in this one, and the Cardinals have been losing games. It seems like. Did they win 2 out of 3 in their last? No, they lost 2 out of 3 to the Dodgers at home. Now they're playing Milwaukee. I do lean St. Louis in the first 5 here because of the pitching advantage. Fetty is better than Montas. If we're just being real, Fetty is better than Montas. So maybe I would look Cardinals first 5 in this one. Over under is only 7.5 though, which is interesting, but Montas, I'm just not a believer. So yeah, maybe Cardinals first 5. Tigers versus the Cubs. Tigers undecided pitcher versus Javier Assad for the Cubs. The Cubs are 61 and 64. Both teams are 61 and 64 actually. Both teams are actually pretty similar. Really struggle hitting the baseball is the common theme here. Look, I lean Cubs. Assad, for as much as I don't necessarily believe that he's as good as his numbers, the numbers are still respectable. And the Tigers with an undecided pitcher can't back a team with an undecided pitcher. So I do lean Cubs in this spot. They're showing minus 150-ish, minus 160-ish. Not sure if I'd want to lay that, but lean Cubs. And I don't think that's anything, groundbreaking there. Next game on the card, we got the Pirates and the Rangers. We got Mitch Keller versus Bradford for the Rangers. Cody Bradford, left-handed pitcher for Texas. Pirates, they really hit the skids. They lost again last night. Rangers, they're not much better. Both of these teams have 58 wins on the season. Keller, nice pitcher. Keller's a nice pitcher. I feel like the Pirates are due to win one here sooner than later. Granted, they did win 2 out of 3 against the Mariners, but they lost last night in a one-run game, I believe, and these two teams are too even, in my opinion, to, have too much variance in terms of, one team winning a lot of games versus another in this series. So I'll go Pirates. Give me Mitch Keller in Pittsburgh to bounce back tonight. Angels Royals. We got Tyler Anderson on the mound versus Cole Reagans. Cole's had a really nice year, and honestly, Tyler Anderson has too. Very under the radar. Both of these guys' ERAs in the low threes. Whips are just about identical. So you have two good pitchers in this game. But the Royals are minus 200 on the money line because they're at home when they're a much better team at home than they are on the road, and they have the better lineup. They got Bobby Witt. So I understand why the Royals are favorites in this game, but I don't know if I want to lay minus 1.5 with them, or even, certainly not lay minus 200 on the money line. So Probably nothing there for me tonight, to be honest with you. Um, Red Sox Astros, we got Nick Pivetta on the mound versus Renel Blanco. I mean, Blanco has had the better year than Pivetta. The Astros won on a walk-off home run by Yanier Diaz last night off Kenley Jansen in an electric 5-4 game that the Astros won. Red Sox, they're still scrapping, they're still clawing. This is a big game for them, but I'm not sure if I can back them, you know? Slight lean to the Astros because of the starting pitcher. But again, just more curious just to watch and see how it plays out. Twins Padres, we got Bailey Ober on the mound versus Martin Perez. Twins lost last night 5-3. I do think Ober 12-5 on the year, so the Twins, for whatever reason, win a lot of his starts going up against Martin Perez, who just, hasn't been very good this year in general. 1.49 whip, 4.62 ERA. He has pitched pretty well ever since the Padres acquired him. But to put it in context, he pitched against the Rockies, the Marlins, and the Pirates. So not exactly the best teams out there. Tonight he's got to go up against the Twins. I'm going to go with the Twins tonight. Twins on the money line, -115 is who I'll go with. You got Tampa Bay against the A's. The A's beat the Rays last night 3-0. Kind of a surprise. Tonight, Shane Baz on the mound versus Joey Estes. I do lean Tampa to bounce back and win in this one. They are -125-ish on the money line right now. Don't know if I'll be partaking in that bet, but again, this is kind of a scenario where do I really see Tampa losing 2 in a row to Oakland against an Oakland team who's kind of cooled off when it comes to their bats? Probably not. So lean Tampa. And then, of course, we got my Chicago White Sox going up against the San Francisco Giants. We got Davis Martin on the mound versus Robbie Ray. I mean, obviously, I am looking to back the Giants in any way that I can against this crappy White Sox team. Although I do give the Sox credit for fighting with Grady Sizemore as the interim manager. I do think they've had a little bit more juice to them. And I thought Jonathan Cannon pitched well last night outside of one tough inning. That said, Robbie Ray, he's got electric stuff. He just needs to make sure that he's controlling it. And then Davis Martin, I respect Davis Martin just from the standpoint of he's a fighter. He continues to find his way back in the big leagues, but at the end of the day, there is a talent deficiency there when it comes to the other pitchers in the major leagues versus him. So long story short, give me the Giants -1.5. I don't plan on hopping off of that, until proven otherwise, I guess. And then we got the Mariners and the Dodgers. Bryce Miller, nice pitcher, nice young pitcher against Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler last pitched last week against the Brewers, 3.1 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and that was his first start since June 18th. So Walker still just getting back into the swing of things, going up against Bryce Miller. Look, as much as I do want to take the Dodgers in this spot because I'm so sick and tired of the Mariners, I don't blame you if you take the Dodgers. I might take the Dodgers, but I don't think I can lay -155 on the Dodgers tonight. If Walker is probably only going to go 4 innings, maybe 5 if he's got his really good stuff and he's doing great. But Bryce Miller is too good of a pitcher to be just fading blindly like that. So probably going to have to pass on that game. So that is the MLB card for today, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. I'm going to go through my picks here right now, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to take Tampa against the A's on the money line. I'm going to risk X to win half a unit in that game. So probably risking 0.65 or 0.7 to win half a unit. Tampa on the money line. Twins Padres, I'll take the Twins on the money line to win 1 unit. Yeah, Twins. Red Sox Astros, pass. Good game though. Angels Royals, pass. Pirates Rangers, I said I do lean Pittsburgh, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not rushing to the window to put my money on Pittsburgh. I do lean their money line, but I'm going to pass on that game. Tigers Cubs, I'm going to pass. Brewers Cardinals. I'm gonna stand behind what I said. I'm gonna take the Cardinals in the first 5. I don't know what the money line is. If it's -130 or below, I'm gonna take it on the money line. If it's higher than that, I'm gonna take Cardinals minus 0.5 to win a unit. I like that. Phillies, Braves. I do lean the Phillies, but the Braves did go 5-2 last week. I have to put some respect on that name. I do lean the Phillies, and I might bet it later, maybe, but I'm going to hold off for right now. I'll let you know if I do bet on it later in tomorrow's video. Orioles, Mets. I'm going to pass. Reds, Blue Jays. I'm going to pass on that. Guardians, Yankees. I'm going to pass. And Rockies, Nationals. I'm going to pass. Diamondbacks, Marlins. I'm probably going to pass on that one as well. I'll let you know if that changes. And then the White Sox, Giants. Giants -1.5 official pick. So official picks, thank you for listening to my video. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you found some valuable information and some good insights in this video, but I am going to go with the Giants -1.5. I am going to go with the Cardinals, either first 5 money line or first 5 -0.5 a run. I'm going to go with the Twins money line, and then I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Rays money line, although that play is only going to be to win a half unit. Thank you for listening, and good luck with your wagers tonight.